Hello guys and welcome back to Let's Play Banjo-Tooie. I already picked Groggy up in my backpack and we are back by the world entry and exit where his mother is. And so if we walk up to her and we use the same controls to pull him out as we used to get him in, if we pull him out, she is going to get mad at him and he's going to apologize and try to play the innocent card, and basically she's going to be on our side and he's gonna blame us that he's been eating again. Yeah, and look here, was that strange bear. He made me eat this burger. Yes, we forced him to eat the burger. And so because he lies, she's just gonna whack him over the head a couple times with her purse. In real life that'd be considered child abuse, even though I agree with her methods. Although we're not going to get into that discussion. Anyway, we have completed the Polar Bear Children mission in Witchy World. And she is going to tell us about her husband, blah 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 blah, and she's going to give us a Jiggy. And there it is, the Jiggy that we have been aiming to get for quite a while now, probably over 10 or 12 parts. But anyway, if we can end this cutscene please, we can pick it up. And we also need to go get Kazooie back, and then we need to go take the train to Pterodactyl Land. So, if we warp on back to the back of the big top tent, we can do just that. So, we're going to finish up the Styracosaurus family in this episode, or video, or whatever you want to call it. But we are going to finish that up, and hopefully do some other stuff. I really hope we have extra time. We should, but you never know. Anyway, back to the train station. One of the staff will chase after us. Anyway, we are back here, and you can hear the train in the background. Anyway, we need to get up into the engine and take it to Pterodactyl Land. And when we do, the Styracosaurus in the back will in fact go home on her own, and we do have to go back to the Styracosaurus family home to pick up and drop off the other Styracosaurus on the train. Now the very annoying part about this is just you can't like leave a level as just one person, so you can't just like leave as Banjo and then go get Mumbo, fix it, and then come back as Banjo. No, we have to take her to the train station, then go back and pick up Kazooie, then come back, take the train out, and then go and get Mumbo, and then heal her, and then do the same thing when we get back here. So it's going to be a very long process, and it's going to be very painful for both of us. But anyway, now that we are back, she will leave the train station, and says that she hopes that her mom isn't mad at her, which I don't think she will be. Anyway, it shows her arriving back at the Styracosaurus family cave. And her mom's just gonna give her like a bit of a telling off, I think. I'm not sure though. And she's gonna thank us for returning her lost child. And she'll be cleaning out the cave for the next month. Well, isn't that swell? Just like human children. Anyway, we now have 0 burgers because we left Witchy World through one of the entrances of which we cannot take food. That will actually come into importance later in this level. We do need to take food out of Witchy World, but we can't out of most of the entrances. There is one, however, and we can't really do it yet. We need to move from a future level still, but we will get there when we get there. Anyway, the Styracosaurus family cave isn't actually that far from the train station, so we will pop on over there and pick up whatever the yellow dinosaur's name was. Scrat, I think it was. And here we are. That beehive is going to come after me again, and we need to use the split pads because we need to use Taxi Pack again. Taxi Pack is actually used quite a bit in this game. Even in future levels we'll be using it a fair amount. So if we pull it out, we can fit that whole dinosaur into our backpack, you know, and it only leaves this much of a bulge in the backpack. Anyway, we now need to go take her to the train station as Banjo, all by herself. And, in fact, it'll be a pain getting back up here, because we have to use that same little ledge that Mumbo did, because this slope is too steep for Banjo to walk on. As you can see, he slid down it. But we will get there when we get there. We will worry about it when it happens. So, we are back at the entrance to the train station. We are not quite at the train station. And so, on through here, we actually have to go into the back of the train and let her out. We can't just, like, let her out here and then she'll find her way. No, we have to be that specific about it, because I guess she can't walk. She's so sick she can't walk. Maybe she has polio. I don't know. She is a dinosaur. I'm not sure dinosaurs can get polio. But anyway, we can pull her out inside of Chuffy's wagon. And there's actually a signpost here that you can barely see. I don't believe it says anything of importance, and we accidentally talked to her, so I'm not going to worry about it. And we are going to leave once again and be back in the train station once again. And there's actually a swap cloud here, which is going to make it a bit easier for us, so we don't have to use that ledge. The only time we have to actually use the ledge is when we bring her back. Like I said, we will worry about it when it happens. So we can switch to Kazooie, and then Kazooie can bring herself to the train station, which I found quite nice, so we don't have to go all the way around that ledge, twice. Kazooie is actually quite fast by herself, and she can jump rather high, although she still has the same jumping problems as the duo do. Anyway, we are once again at the Pterodactyland train station, and I believe the warp cloud is over here. So we are reunited with Banjo once again, and we now need to go to the only other train station that we have unlocked, which is the cliff top. And I have no idea why I bounced off the train there. Anyway, in here, all we gotta do is stand on go and tell it to go. And in fact, we have to go get the Globo to go use Mumbo in the Isle of Hags anyway. And it's not that far away. It is in fact on the middle pillar that I talked about earlier that has that strange building on it. That is actually the entrance to another level, but not for a while, so we will worry about that probably in a good 10 videos or more. Anyway, we have arrived in the cliff top, and you can see the Mumbo pad right there. And it's going to very slowly stop. And we need to go get that Globo, and it's just wasting my time now. I really wish I could skip these cutscenes, but I can't. Anyway, if we leave, there's actually a switch that will allow a bridge to connect from this mainland to the pillar that you see out in the abyss of nothingness. And in fact, this enemy here will attack me, which is quite irritating. But anyway, you can actually see the ledge down there if you get the right camera angle. There are a set of stairs over here right by the entrance to Jolly Roger's Lagoon. And if we take them all the way down and around the bottom of the cliff, there will be a switch here that if we step on it, will reveal a bridge. A very crooked stone bridge. Anyway, yes, that is the entrance to the 7th level. We need 36 jiggies to open it up, and we already had that when we opened up Pterodactyland. But like I said, I'm not gonna do much things in advance. So if we come over here, the Globo is actually on top of that building. And there are notes to get over here, which is always exciting. Oh god, this is going to tell us, this is a Jiggy Wiggy's Altar of Knowledge. And basically what it'll do is it'll tell you how many Jiggies you have, and I believe if you specifically click on it, it'll tell you how many Jiggies you need to open that particular level. Anyway, you can hear the Globo laughing, and if we get up here on the roof, it is just over here. And we are going to jump down, or grab the ledge if Banjo wants. Anyway, now that we have the Globo, we can go get Mumbo and go and cure Scrut. As you can see, there are feet prints on the wall. That is another sort of boot/shoe move that we will be getting in the next level. Actually, not Pterodactyland, but the one after it. And if we can make it back through here, and we get hit again, and we fall off the cliff. How great is that? And I just realized I walked past Mumbo's hut. I was going back to the train station for some reason. Anyway, we fell off the cliff, so we will restart back in Ginger Village. Yes, we will always start back in Ginger Village if we die in the Isle of Hags. Luckily, it's just a silo's trip away from the cliff top. Yeah, the Isle of Hags is considered like one area, and when you die, you always go back to the beginning of whatever area you're in. So naturally we go back to the beginning of the Isle of Hags. And so now that we are back at the cliff top, once again we are actually not going to skip right past Mumbo's hut this time. And we are actually going to get his assistance. So on the inside, I don't believe there's anything of note in here either. There's health, but that's about it. We don't need any health. Anyway, now that we have the Globo for it, Mumbo is just sitting here once again, and we are going to go through the same sequence that we see in every level, and we are going to give him that Globo. Yes, of course, I want your help, Mumbo. Stop asking. I wouldn't have come to you if I didn't need your help. So, we are going to get to use this Mumbo for exactly one thing in the game. Yes, the Isle of Hags Mumbo. So, the Mumbo that covers the whole outer world only does one thing. And then again, the Humble Woman in the outer world only does one thing that doesn't matter whatsoever towards completion of the game. Although, I guess it would be considered part of 100% because of the items you have to get in the process. But you don't need it to get every Jiggy. And that's what Mumbo's attack looks like. If you hold it long enough, it'll actually kill that enemy, but we aren't going to worry about it. We are going to come to this Mumbo pad, and we are going to do, I believe it's the heal spell. Yes, heal the 6 direct source. And it's going to encase the whole train wagon and heal everything inside the train wagon. Not that there's anything else that we can put in there and heal. And of course, after Mumbo's dance, we see, first of all, we see the dinosaur getting better, and secondly, we will get a close-up of the dinosaur, wasting more time. And unfortunately, we are going to run out of video by the time we complete the Styracosaurus family side quest. And yeah, you know, I said it was long. I really hoped it wouldn't have taken this long, but it did. And just to make sure that that thing doesn't knock me off the edge, that'd be terrible. Anyway, we're going to go back inside Mumbo's and go and retrieve the bear and the bird. And then we're going to take the train back to Pterodactyl Land and hopefully get back to the Styracosaurus family cave before the time limit, although I doubt it. Anyway, though, that'll allow me to start fresh in the next video, getting a lot done in Pterodactyl Land, hopefully. Probably everything up to the boss. And then again, the boss is kind of like a long sort of multiple Jiggy quest in itself. Anyway, we are back here, and the only time that the train will ever be in the Isle of Hags train station. And we are going to leave it, and we are going to take it to Pterodactyl Land. And as you can probably guess, that pterodactyl head that you see that represents Pterodactyl Land's train station is the boss, because he's not a character anywhere else in the level, so it's quite obvious. He's actually one of the only bosses I used to fight as a kid. I never wanted to fight the bosses as a kid. I thought they were too hard, except for this one in Old King Cole. But anyway, we're back in the train station, and we are at about 13.5 minutes. So hopefully we will be able to get this to pass. And yes, okay, she's actually going to take herself back to the Styracosaurus family cave. I thought I might have had to carry her, but I was wrong. So we might actually get a chance to get there and get the Jiggy, and if not, we'll at least get this cutscene. And so she's going to come back completely healed and tell her mom, you know, I'm not sick anymore, and blah blah blah, and she's going to thank us, and then she's going to give us a shiny thing that she acquired when she trod on one of those Unga Bungas. Unga Bungas are the cavemen, or one of the cavemen, that we'll actually be dealing with probably in the beginning of the next video, because there's a lot of stuff I want to get done, and that would be the easiest because it also gets us moved. But we are almost out of time here, so I'm going to call it a video. And after we kill this Stegosaurus, whatever it is, I thank you guys for watching.